That was a testament of the respect that he had for us. Because he wasn't trying to hit it.
Yeah, he wanted to drop it.
Yeah, I mean, you know how that is. Hits you want. So to me, that was a testament of the respect he had for me. And I had to like really, let him know, okay, I really mean this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just don't make.
It looks like Drake's so-called other daddy, Jay Prince, might be distancing himself as well, and that's a move no one saw coming. How many more blows can Drake take before his empire truly begins to crumble? For years, Drake boasted about having Jay Prince in his corner, proudly showing off those deep Houston connections as if they were unshakable. But now, whispers on the streets suggest those ties may have been cut, especially after Kendrick's warning shot, vowing to pull Drake even deeper into the fire if he dares to step out of line again.
I believe Jay Prince is a professional anything. He's a CEO of a rap label, so he's a professional entertainer. So he can entertain. He's been in entertainment business. He ain't been in the street business. I think that's where y'all get it twisted. Y'all think in the entertainment business are real gangsters. If you know their name in the entertainment world, there's no way they know gangsters.
Think about it. Jay Prince has always been Drake's shield. He's the one who smoothed things over with Kanye, put NBA YoungBoy in check when he tried to press Drake, and even stepped to Diddy after that infamous slap. Jay Prince wasn't just protecting an artist, he was safeguarding a gold mine. But now there's nothing but silence. Not a single word from Jay Prince while Drake is being dismantled piece by piece in this war with Kendrick. And that silence is louder than any diss track. Fans are starting to connect the dots. The only reason Kendrick's attacks are hitting this brutally is because Jay Prince isn't running interference anymore. If he were, Drake wouldn't be left bleeding in the spotlight like this. So what changed? Why the sudden betrayal?
James, last question. Do you not like us? Thank you, Drake Prince.
The word on the block is messy. Some whispers suggest Drake may have double-crossed the very man who built him up, while others claim Jay Prince himself might be stepping back because even he doesn't want to tangle with Kendrick's energy. One thing is clear, Drake is standing alone now, and it's starting to look dangerous. Kendrick might be holding some serious cards up his sleeve. Rumors suggest he could expose dark secrets tied to Houston. And when I say dark, I mean chatter being compared to Diddy-level scandals, talk of shady dealings, suspicious moves, and even whispers about women being shuffled behind the scenes. The Houston streets are buzzing, and Jay Prince's name is starting to float in that mix, and it doesn't look good. One hotspot that keeps surfacing is Area 29, a Houston club that's long been surrounded by speculation. Online chatter claims Jay Prince's son has ties to the scene, with allegations that young women were being brought around for Drake and the OVO crew. And let's not forget that cryptic bar about family matters and drop a 50 bag 29. Fans are convinced that line wasn't just rap, it was coded truth. But it doesn't end there. The whispers get even darker.
We couldn't get caught up with that. That was a moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Big pitching thing.
Right.
So we had to keep it.
For some time now, Jay Prince's name has been tied to speculation surrounding the tragic death of Migos member Takeoff. Nothing has ever been proven, but the rumors refuse to die. And Kendrick's diss track, Euphoria, has fans convinced he was hinting at the real story behind that night. If that's true, Kendrick could be holding secrets powerful enough to shake the industry to its core. Let's be clear. These are rumors and online chatter, but one fact stands out. Jay Prince, the man who once silenced every beef on Drake's path, is suddenly nowhere to be found. Why would he step back now at the exact moment Drake needs him most? That silence feels deliberate, and it has people wondering if J. Prince has truly cut ties with his golden child. Back in the day, J. Prince wasn't just a name in Houston. He was the kingpin who held the city in a tight grip. His crew ran the streets like they owned them. But when the pressure of that life started closing in, J. Prince made a bold power move. Instead of fading away, he flipped the script and jumped into music, founding Rap-A-Lot Records in 1987. That single decision rewrote Southern rap history. Rap-A-Lot introduced the world to the legendary Ghetto Boys, Bushwick Bill, Scarface, and Willie D, the group behind the classic Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Make sure you gotta get one of my man raising this game right here. You gotta get this man on camera real quick. Yeah. Get the legendary Bun B on camera real quick. This is my dog right here. Raised me up from a little puppy dog.
And J. Prince didn't stop there. He helped launch artists like Zero, Devin the Dude, Do or Die, and more, cementing his place as one of the most influential figures in hip-hop. To this day, Rap-A-Lot is credited with putting the Southern rap scene on the map. J. Prince's connections also ran deep with UGT's Pimp C and Bun B, two legends Drake has referenced countless times in his own music. In fact, Drake and Bun B go way back. Bun B even appeared on Drake's So Far Gone in 2009, and Drake has been praising him ever since. But here's where things get complicated. J. Prince wasn't just respected, he was feared. Some called him a powerful OG, while others saw him as a man who relied on intimidation and strong-arm tactics to maintain control. By 2006, the next generation stepped in. J. Prince's son, Jas Prince, discovered Drake on MySpace and slid into his DMs, convinced the young Toronto artist had star power. Jas quickly linked him with his father and Lil Wayne. At first, neither J. Prince nor Wayne were particularly impressed. Drake seemed like just another hungry kid trying to break through. But Jas was locked in, certain Drake was destined for superstardom. He even went as far as sending Drake exclusive Lil Wayne beats just to prove his point. And it worked. Eventually, Wayne caught on, and history was made. Drake himself told the story on Look What You've Done. Then Wayne calls up my phone. Conversation wasn't that long. He gets me a flight to Houston in the morning. Oh, it's my time. Yeah, it's on. He's thinking of signing me. I come home, we make a mixtape with 17 songs, and almost get a Grammy off that thing. They love your son, man. That boy gone.
The beef between Drake and Pussy. I guess you could.
That was the moment Drake cemented the flip that changed his life forever. By 2007, J. Prince locked in the deal, signing Drake to Aspire Music Group, a label partly owned by his son Jazz and Lil Wayne's manager Cortez Bryant. That connection is exactly why people say J. Prince practically hand-delivered Drake his golden ticket to Young Money and the big stage. From that point on, J. Prince's cosign wasn't just business, it was power. Drake made it clear he would always stay loyal to Houston. In return, J. Prince became his shield, handling the dirty work and shutting down rap beefs before they spiraled out of control. That's why when J. Prince ordered a ceasefire during the infamous Pusha T beef, Drake immediately complied. J. Prince framed it as respect, but let's be honest, it sounded more like authority than anything else. Fast forward to 2021, and once again J. Prince stepped in like Drake's personal fixer. This time, it was to smooth over the infamous feud with Kanye West. He pulled strings behind the scenes and somehow got the two megastars to bury the hatchet, at least for one night, by performing a benefit concert for Larry Hoover, the former gang leader serving a life sentence since 1997 for his role with Chicago's Gangster Disciples. That single move proved J. Prince still carried serious weight. He even bragged about it on Twitter, writing, "I met with Kanye West in H-Town at the Rothko Chapel. It wasn't in my plans to meet him there, but I must say I'm glad I didn't allow a worship place for God to detour our meeting." But what really raised eyebrows was that viral video where Kanye looked stiff and awkward, almost as if he was reading a script at gunpoint while declaring peace with Drake. People online still joked that it resembled a hostage tape more than a genuine truce. And let's be real, the peace didn't last. By the time Drake dropped Circo Loco with 21 Savage on their joint album Her Loss, he was already throwing shade, rapping, "Linking with the ops, I did that for J. Prince." That one line made it crystal clear the truce with Kanye was never about brotherhood, it was strictly business.
J. Prince, I'm making this video to address all back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake are taking shots at each other in time to put it to rest. Asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest and share the 2 biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being through Larry Hoover. I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our sports, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
Kanye recently jumped right back into the fire, hopping on the remix of Like That, the Future and Metro Boomin track with Kendrick that blew the lid off this industry-wide war against Drake. And circling back, all of this points to one man who's always been in the shadows of Drake's moves, J. Prince, the other daddy pulling the strings. Fast forward to May 2023, and once again, J. Prince had to step into the trenches to clean up Drake's mess. This time, it was YoungBoy taking shots, and J. Prince wasn't about to let it spiral out of control. YoungBoy vented his frustration on his album Richest Op, calling Drake out for allegedly refusing to collaborate. The reason? Drake's loyalty to YoungBoy's rival, Lil Durk. On F the Industry Part 2, YoungBoy rapped, "Told Drake cross FaceTime he wasn't feeling me. Told me that he effed with Durk, damn that shit getting to me. Told me that he liked the shit I'm doing, but he can't do shit with me. So when we cross our ways, fuck what you say, bitch you my enemy." That was raw, and he had fans convinced a full-blown war was on the way. But J. Prince quickly stepped in to shut it down before it exploded. He even posted a photo of himself sitting with YoungBoy and Birdman, making sure the world saw that he was handling business. Alongside the photo, he dropped a long fatherly message directed at YoungBoy, making it crystal clear where Drake stood. J. Prince wrote, "I must address the song where my name and Drake's meme were mentioned to the little homie. As I said to you privately, I say to you publicly that Drake is my son. He roll with me. Therefore, I think it's a good idea to take him off your enemy list, because the truth of the matter is we got nothing but love for you and your accomplishments. When I put Drake on that FaceTime call with you, my intent was for y'all to move forward, not backwards. That wasn't just advice, it was a warning, and everybody knew it." J. Prince once said, "Two things we get every day is a chance and a choice. The choices we make determine our destination." And for years, his choice was always clear: stand by Drake, every single time drama came knocking.
James, last question. Do you like You Not Like Us? Thank you, Drake Prince.
Part 8. But word in the streets is that everything changed after the tragic death of Takeoff in Houston back in November 2022. Here's why. J. Prince's son, James, was reportedly the one responsible for looking after Migos while they were in town. But when Takeoff was killed, speculation immediately began swirling. Some called it a setup. Others questioned how something so deadly could happen under James Prince's watch. And with Drake's long history of working with Migos, remember, they toured together back in 2018, the situation became way too sticky for him. That's why fans noticed Drake went completely silent on Takeoff's death, not even a whisper. Then Kendrick turned up the heat. On Euphoria, he rapped, "His daddy killed, he wanna be Junior. They must have forgot the shit that they'd done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky, I'll park his son." At first, listeners thought he was aiming at Drake's real father, Dennis, or even Birdman. But now, a growing number of fans believe Kendrick was taking direct shots at James Prince, implying his alleged involvement in Takeoff's death and sending a warning to J. Prince himself: stay out of this beef or I'll expose your family. And guess what? It looks like Kendrick's warning landed. J. Prince, the man who always jumped in to protect Drake, has gone completely silent in this battle. And that silence is shaking the industry. Kendrick didn't just diss Drake, he got the entire industry clowning him. From fans to fellow rappers, everybody's piling on. And the one person who used to ride hardest for Drake, J. Prince, hasn't said a single word. When reporters asked J. Prince about Kendrick's viral track, Not Like Us, his response was ice cold. Yeah, I don't know what he was saying. That was it. No defense, no pushback, no protection for the man he once called his son. And that silence speaks volumes. Where's the energy J. Prince had when Pusha T came for Drake? Where's the fire he showed when Kanye clashed with him? Or when NBA YoungBoy tried to put Drake on his enemy list? This isn't just another petty feud. This is the biggest battle of Drake's career. And for the first time ever, his so-called daddy has left him hanging.
You're right. Because try to glorify bull, and you try to glorify social. He's trying to glorify the ain't that there's flaw. We know what flaw when we deal with in the streets. We know what flaw, and we understand that they flaw. We don't capitalize off their flawness though, because we'll capitalize off real. We don't capitalize off them being flawed, weak as hell. We understand what it weak as hell. And he a street, call himself a street nigga. He could be a street, but he's still weak as hell. We don't capitalize and try to glorify it. We gonna sit here and have conversations as strong as us. We ain't have conversations about niggas weak as hell.
Word in the streets is the reason J. Prince went quiet is simple. Kendrick's warning shots cut way too close to home. Those bars about Jazz Prince and the tragedy of Takeoff's death, that was a line J. Prince couldn't afford to play with. Fans are convinced Kendrick basically told him, "Don't let it get shaky, I'll park your son." And that was enough to shut J. Prince all the way down. One fan summed it up perfectly. K-Dot just reminded J. Prince what time it is. Another added, Jay knows better than to jump in this one. And honestly, they might be right, because the silence coming out of Houston speaks louder than words. J. Prince is out, and Drake is on his own. Drake without J. Prince looks like a soldier without armor, and the internet is eating it alive. For years, people said Drake only survived rap beefs because he had Houston muscle protecting him. But now, with J. Prince sitting this one out, fans are calling Drake exposed. They're saying the emperor has no clothes. Memes are everywhere. Clips of Kendrick's lines are getting replayed while Drake's silence gets louder by the day. One viral comment didn't hold back. Drake without J. Prince is just soft serve in a cone, melting under pressure. Another added, this the first time Drake's had to stand on his own, and it's looking shaky. The shift is wild. Drake, once untouchable, now looks like he's crumbling. And Kendrick? He's playing puppet master, pulling strings, controlling the pace, and making Drake look weaker with every track. Industry insiders are even whispering that some of Drake's allies are backing away, not wanting to get caught if Kendrick decides to spill more dirt. This isn't just rap beef anymore. This is the first time Drake's aura of invincibility has truly cracked. And with J. Prince silent in the background, it feels like the safety net has been ripped away, leaving Drake on the battlefield alone, bleeding and clowned by the world. Right now, the spotlight isn't just on Drake, it's on Kendrick, and he's standing tall like the last man, undefeated. With just a few precision strikes, Kendrick stripped Drake of the one thing that made him bulletproof, J. Prince's protection. Fans are already crowning Kendrick the new king, saying he finally forced Drake into a corner he can't rap his way out of. Some are even calling this the end of an era, the fall of Drake's reign as the untouchable hitmaker. One fan put it brutally, Drake isn't the boss of rap anymore, he's the meme of it. Meanwhile, Kendrick's stock is at an all-time high. Every lyric gets dissected, every line turns into a headline, and the whole industry knows the tides have shifted. Even artists who used to stay neutral are suddenly choosing sides, and most aren't choosing Team Drake. For the first time in over a decade, Drake looks cornered, unprotected, and outmatched. And Kendrick? He's in the middle of the ring smiling, knowing he just changed the game forever. Prince knows he can't test the West. Out here, it's the wild, wild West, and nobody's backing down, not even for J. Prince. His silence speaks volumes. So, the big question, did J. Prince abandon Drake because he's scared of what Kendrick might expose? Or is this the end of their alliance for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this conversation going. And before you bounce, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video, because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.